Hi, my name is Meghani. I'm an applications engineer for GoEngineer, and today we have some very serious business. We're going to build a pizza in SolidWorks because February 9th is National Pizza Day. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new part, and from the unit changer in the status bar, we're going to change that to inches. This feature was added in 2013. Um, and then we're going to just start creating the crust. So I'm going to insert a sketch on the front plane and just start with a line. Just drag that endpoint over. When I pull away from the endpoint and come back, it becomes an arc. So I'm going to draw that outside perimeter crust and then close that profile. I'm going to make that vertical entity a construction line and then hit the F key to fit to window, and now I need to dimension it, so 0.375 here, and then I want to dimension, I want an 18-inch pizza, that's the full diameter, so I'm going to hold the shift key to get the outside edge of the arc and then release the shift key and then hold control to select another entity, and I get a dimension here. If I want to actually get the full diameter, I just need to drag the value past the origin, like so. And then drop it, and then enter your value. The center line that I created, that vertical line, is what allows us to have that feature. I'll also note that if you want to make a stuffed crust pizza, you'd simply draw a circle that's concentric to that first arc. But I'm going to leave mine solid. Okay, now you can hop over to the Features Command Manager and revolve that. Agree to close the profile, and now you should see a nice preview of the crust. Also, what's new is in 2016 you can hit the letter D on your keyboard to get the check mark to OK or accept a command. Now, before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and auto size my planes. Since this is the first solid body or solid feature in my part file, I'm going to right click and auto size each plane. You can also do this at the template level to avoid this step every time. And now the planes are automatically sized for the geometry, and it changes as you change the geometry in the model. Next, I'm going to rename my feature from Revolve 1 to crust. So click, pause, click, and type crust. This will make it easier to edit later. Now I'm going to add cheese to my pizza. So what I want to do is insert a sketch on this face, and I'm just going to go to the spline tool and go normal to, and just start drawing little line segments, and the spline will behave as it needs to, and you'll get a nice organic shape. You just want to stay pretty close to the perimeter. There you go. And now we want to make this region the cheese and then the outer region the marinara. So we need to divide this face into two sections. And the way to do that is by going to Insert, Curve, Split Line. It already recognizes the current sketch, so just simply select the face, and then your cursor feedback is telling you that if you right-click the mouse, that will accept the command. So that's what we want to do. And now you see that we have two selectable regions. I want to add some cheese to this face, but I want it to have, I want it to be kind of poofy, you know, very technical terms here. So I'm going to select the dome command and select that face. And you can't really get a good preview of what's going on. I can do a section view for you in a second. But I'm going to change the value to 0.75. And let's see how it does. Okay, so you get a little bit of a poof, but that's not how I want my pizza to look. I kind of want it to be uniformly curved. So to get that, you have to deselect continuous dome, and you'll see that the geometry pulls up normal to the spline edge. So let's go ahead and accept the dome command, and I'm going to do section view so you can see what's going on. But as you can see, it pulls up and away from that spline that you created. Okay. Let's deselect that section view. Let's hit the F key as a fit to window. Next, what we want to do is apply toppings to our pizza. Now, the problem is that you've got a real contour face here. And even sometimes when you order a pizza, you'll get like a little air pocket. So if you wanted to, you could insert yet another dome on top of the dome. But I'm not going to do that here. But I just wanted to mention that it is going to be challenging because this isn't a planar face. So you can't just insert a sketch on that cheese region. So what I'm going to do is create a plane that's parallel to the top plane. And I'll just say 2 inches above. And then I'm going to look normal to that. I'm also going to rename the dome to read cheese. So I'm going to insert a sketch here. Let's look normal to it. And I've got a design library with some toppings. You may not agree with my toppings, but hopefully we can still be friends. I'm going to drag this over and just click wherever you want to add your olives or whatever topping you choose. You can also just create a little cluster to make it look more realistic. Okay, so I'm done here. I'm going to go to features and I'm going to extrude this. And right now they're just in space and I want them actually on the face. So here's the trick. You have to go from the beginning condition. Instead of sketch plane, choose surface and select that dome face. And then you get a preview and you also get a right-click cursor feedback. And there you have some olives. Nice. Okay, I'm going to click, pause, click, and rename this. Okay, now I'm going to add some more toppings. I'm kind of a 2-topping limit kind of girl. I'm a minimalist on pizza. So I'm going to insert a new sketch, normal to, and then I'm going to have mushrooms. My mushrooms are upside down. That's okay. My mouth knows not the difference. So there we go. Maybe one more out here. Okay, go back to features, extrude boss. Again, we're going to choose from the surface. I'm not sure if it grabbed that face or not. There we go. Let me zoom in. Yep, looks good. You can give it a different thickness if you want. Now we're going to apply appearances to make this look more realistic. So we can go over to the appearances palette on the task pane and expand appearances. There's several folders, but we're going to go into the organic folder and go into the miscellaneous folder, and we're going to choose sand as the crust. Looks pretty close to what we would want, and just apply it to the revolve feature, which I've renamed to crust. And then we're going to apply the marinara, so just right click on that face, and we're going to choose a color like a dark red, maybe even darker than that. Click OK. And then cheese. There is something that looks really close to cheese, kind of fun. I'm going to go into the miscellaneous folder again. It's that sponge. And then apply it to the dome. And actually it's a little broad of a map. So I'm going to go into the mapping tab and choose small mapping. And then I need to color the topping, so I'm going to change the mushroom color. Mushroom colors are kind of ambiguous. It's kind of a weird brownish gray. It's hard to really pick one, but something like that would be good. And then for the olives, I like black olives, and my husband likes green olives, so I always end up getting green olives, but they're so briny. So since this is my pizza, I'm going to get what I want. No ridiculous compromises for marriage in this one. Click OK. And there you have it, a nice 18-inch cheese pizza with 2 toppings, just for me. I'm Amee Meghani. Thank you for watching.